to my channel. My name is Kate, or I go by AlwaysMoreSims here on YouTube, and today we are doing another current household for the month of July. It's not supposed to be the end of July already. Like I feel like I was taking finals like 3 weeks ago, and now I feel like summer is practically over. So anyways, let's not dwell on the negatives. We're doing another current household, so unfortunately it is quite gloomy today in Oasis Springs. Oh, my game did not like me looking around. Yeah, it's quite gloomy, but you know, it is what it is, I guess. So that was the house. I'm gonna show you the house really quick. So it's called a family party mansion. I don't know that I would necessarily call it a party mansion. Like, there's a really nice pool out back and, you know, like a little separate gym. I don't think it necessarily qualifies, though, as a party mansion. Yeah, it's built by Bar 92. And then our partner, our lovely wife over here, is a vanilla sugar sim. Let's see, where is she? Here. So her name was initially Grace Hayes, and she had the same hairstyle as our mom, Arlia. So I ended up changing her hair, and I also got rid of the fishnets and the heels. But yeah, so that's our wife, and I guess we'll just go ahead and jump right into this. So this is our heir sitting here at the dining room table with her two eldest daughters. Well, okay, I shouldn't say daughters, I apologize. Heavily pregnant. So she has the jealous, active, and geek traits, were her initial traits, and then she got cheerful, neat, and loyal. And then she has the nerd brain aspiration, which I haven't done much with. She's in the astronaut career. She's level 4. She's taking a vacation day because she works pretty late, and I was like, well, I really need to record this generation before she goes into labor. So I had her take the day off work. Then this is her wife. This is our lovely wife. Again, her name was initially Grace. Her name is now Meadow Conroy. I think, like, I don't know. I was like, oh, Meadow, that's a pretty name. But then it's another kind of like one of those names I say it out loud. I'm like, I feel ridiculous now having named my sib Meadow. But anyways, so they did take the Conroy last name. So Laurel is a Conroy. And then there's Meadow. Meadow is genius, family oriented, and loyal. She has actually not earned any traits. I could have sworn that she had, but I guess not. She is a level 3 in the salary person career with the successful lineage aspiration, which I also don't do anything with. And yeah, she's in here making some food. So then we have our eldest daughter. This is Bryn. Bryn is outgoing, proper. She unfortunately was an unhappy infant because it worked out that like every time we had a baby, by the time that baby reached infant, we were normally pregnant with the next child, and so unfortunately, I think most of I guess Echo doesn't have anything. Well, apparently Adriana was, I don't know, but I still felt like I'm not surprised that Bryn got the unhappy infant thing. Yeah. She also has the friend of the world aspiration, and she's a C student in high school. This is our second eldest. This is Echo. Echo uses they, them pronouns, so that is why, again, I apologize for referring to them both as daughters. Echo has the goofball trait with the rambunctious scamp aspiration. And they are a B student in grade school. And then we have the twins who are up here playing with the dollhouse. So we have Adriana, who has the independent trait and naturally is destructive. And then this is her twin sister Autumn, who is a charmer. Autumn, I guess, has not revealed any quirks yet, and was a neutral infant. We're just gonna go with that. And then we have a dog. So this is Crush. Crush is now an old man. He's a Bernese mountain dog. He's a really good dog. Like, he's so sweet. He is very close with the kids, especially the older two. They socialize with Crush a lot, and he's a hairy dog, so he has to be brushed all the time. As you just saw, I threw away a pile of dog hair. So he normally gets brushed like 2 to 3 times a day, because if my Sims have low fun or social needs, then I just send them to go socialize with Crush. So yes, there is that. If we look at the family tree, both of our parents are still alive. Let's see, so Rain was first. Rain married Sandy, and together have Jaden and Jewel. They are not twins, but there you go. Then there's Embry, who married Jai. I would pronounce it Jai, but it's just me. And they have a son named Armando together, and then there's us. So originally this generation was going to be a lot more chaotic, but then since Meadow had the loyal trait, I was like, okay, well, I won't cheat on her or anything, or we won't have her cheat because they're loyal. But initially I was planning on having this generation stir up some drama, but I guess we'll have to save it for next time. Which should be in just a moment here, because I'm going to end this generation here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. This is if I don't see you all in just a second, but more than likely I will with the next generation. If I don't, though, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all in my next video, or again in just a second here. Alright, welcome back to the next generation. Yeah, this one's been a bit more hectic. So I am only doing this one-handed. I have a puppy asleep in my lap. So yeah. Okay, so the house here, very different than anything I think I've ever played in before. It's right here. It's called the Hollyhocks by Serena Tija. I don't know. This house, I did have to do quite a bit of remodeling. Not like a whole lot, but like, this was a nursery, but I think this house was built like right before, infants came, because it was like, this whole room was initially a nursery, but there was only like the crib and then like 3 or 4 other pieces of furniture. So I had to put some stuff in for infants. This was initially a closet. I changed it into a bathroom. I'm sorry that the house is dusty, by the way. So the house initially comes with like the simple living lot challenge or something, where, you know, you only, like, it limits what you can use. So there wasn't initially a fridge in the house. I had to add a fridge. I mean, I added the chest table. It's like not a whole lot. There is the laundry room downstairs, but there's no hampers, so you'll need to add hampers. I added the desk over here. And if you do have dust enabled, this top floor gets dusty all the time, and it takes forever to clean. Like, I have to have my Sims vacuum it like 3 or 4 times in a row. And even then it doesn't always work. So yeah. I actually just opened the game because OBS was having issues, so I had to restart the computer. You're just standing here doing nothing in your cowboy hat. Oh boy. There you go, that's better. So this Sim down here is heavily pregnant mama. She is our heir. This is Zinnia. So Zinnia is Arlia and Bonnie's child. And yeah, so she has the animal lover, geek, or actually her initial traits were animal enthusiast, lazy, and genius, and then she's gained the geek trait. She has the computer whiz aspiration, but I don't really do much with it. And she's in the program, like the tech guru, whatever, career, level 5. I initially was going to have her do like the freelance programming one again, just because it was something different. It was something fun. But I ended up not doing that. And I will explain here in a moment as to why. So then this is her boyfriend. This is Aslan Hobbs. Aslan was initially an animal enthusiast, active and self-assured, and has gained the neat and cheerful traits. He has the country caretaker aspiration. I've done nothing with it. He is in the military, level 5. Pretty fitting for playing in Strangerville. This is actually my first time I think I've ever had a house placed in Strangerville as well. So I feel like every once in a while, you know, we have like the weird possessed Sims that go walking past, or I swear I hear like a suctioning noise, and I think it's like these weird plants that are everywhere. I don't know. I don't play in Strangerville, so I don't know what any of the sounds are, or like I haven't even played the story of Strangerville. But anyways, yeah, so Aslan is from the gallery. I will show you him here in a second. They currently have 3 children together with 1 on the way. This is our eldest. This is Everest. She's a vegetarian with the whiz kid aspiration, and she's a B student in school. Our second eldest is Rowan over here. She is a charmer. Yes, she's a charmer. She was a happy infant. And then we have an infant. This is Dawn, who is very unhappy. She's tired. Oh, there we go. Yeah, then we have Dawn, who is sensitive. But yeah, so we have 3 girls. We'll see if we have a boy or if we're gonna have another generation of all girls, because our last generation was I don't want to offend somebody. Echo, it goes by like they them pronouns, was born a girl. I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying not. I don't want to offend. I'm not trying to offend here. But like the last generation, we didn't have brothers. Can I put it that way? I don't know. I'm really sorry. I really hope I didn't just offend anybody. Anyways, so I don't know if this is going to be a generation of all girls. I think we've had actually a couple of those in the past, like generations of all girls. Yeah, like Laurel was one of 3 girls. Arlia had a brother. Clance was a boy, so anyways. So then we have 2 pets. So this is our border collie. This is Token. He's super cute. And then we have Lynx over here, a little nubby calico. Lynx is an old man. And yeah, so I guess we'll go back into the family tree. So unfortunately Meadow has already passed away. I'm sure Laurel is due any day now. Unfortunately Bryn, which is our eldest sister, was killed by a killer chicken. This was a while back, but ended up having 3 children. So she has Adrienne, Tara, and Desiree. And then Echo has a daughter named Rylan, had a partner named Cornelius, who also died prematurely from falling from heights. And then there's the twins. So Autumn married Leanne and had Casey and Rodolfo. Okay. And then Adriana. Oh, what happened to Adriana's partner? Another killer animal, killer rabbit. Ugh. Like they were just married. Well, they have a daughter named Nettle. Okay. Anyways, so there's that. However, these are only 3 of Aslan's 8 children. So if you don't know, for each generation, I have like a whole bunch of like random wheels that like you spin to decide things. So like I never really know what to expect. So like the last generation, initially I was gonna have Laurel cheat on Meadow, and we weren't going to be loyal, but then Meadow ended up having the loyal trait, and it's kind of become like for myself, if I have a sim that is loyal, they automatically remain loyal to their spouse. I don't break that. So I ended up like, okay, fine, well I guess Laurel won't cheat. However, and I even said it in the last generation, like, well maybe there's the next generation. Sure enough, I randomized the wheel, and we landed on that someone was going to cheat. So then I randomized who was going to cheat, and I landed on our spouse was going to be the cheater. Then I randomized who our spouse will be cheating with and how many affairs will be going on at once. I can have up to 5 affairs at once is what I've put on this wheel. So there's like a bunch of chances just for one lover, like I would say like 5 chances for 1 lover, 4 chances for 2 lovers, like 3 chances for 3 lovers, 2 chances for 4 lovers, and like 1 chance for 5 lovers. So like the 5 lovers is supposed to be rare, but it is a possibility that, there's 5 affairs going on at once. Well, I randomized that Aslan would have 2 affairs. Okay. Then I also randomized that he would end up cheating with men. And this is how it always happens. I swear, my Sims, whenever the man is the cheater, he's always cheating with other men. And then, on top of that, I'll go ahead and randomize, will we have children with said affairs? And I got yes, which meant that I went into Cass, made it so that both of the affairs would get pregnant rather than get others pregnant. And now we have 5 children with our affairs. So Aslan, like I said, has 2 other partners. That is actually the reason why we're not married. While Aslan does not have the non-committal, non-committal? Something like that trait. He still is kind of against fully settling down. So I kind of went with the story that this painting up here on the wall I think looks a lot like Aslan, very similar. So maybe this was his grandfather back in the day or something, left the house to Aslan. Aslan was sweet, I don't have to get a house. Well then here he ends up meeting I just forgot her name, Zinnia. He meets Zinnia, and he's like, oh yeah, I could see myself potentially dating her. Oh no, I have neighbors. Side rant. I have neighbors that, and they do this every year for the entire month of July. They will light off fireworks, and Moose is terrified of them. He gets so nervous and anxious that he literally and he shakes, and then his teeth chatter. And I'm hearing my neighbors lighting off fireworks. Of course, it's not even dark out. It is still very light. I don't know. Anyways, back to what I'm saying. Just a heads up, though, I might randomly cut because Moose starts to lose his mind. Anyway, so Aslan is well, yeah, I don't mind Zinnia. She's nice and all. Decides you know what, I can have a relationship with her. So we start to date Zinnia. Zinnia's I want a family. I'm one of, what was she? One of 4? 4, right? One of 5. One of 4. 5. She was, yeah, one of 5. She's I'm one of 5. I want a big family myself. I want kids. I want to live the good life. My parents lived a really good life. I want what they had. And Aslan is well, that's great, fine, and wonderful, but I don't want to settle down and get married. But we can have a family together. But marriage, it's just not for me. So Zinnia is like, well, I'm still, we're basically married just without the paper, is how Zinnia views this. However, Aslan is very distant from her. Aslan was never super social with her to begin with. It's a lot more of like a very physical relationship. He's not there for her emotionally. So they're not very close, but Zinnia is like, well, I have this really nice house, and I have, 3 gorgeous kids and one on the way, and, like, this is how Aslan has always been, and, I guess I can, live with that. Don't settle, okay? Aslan is, I say this like every time we have a toxic person in the house. This relationship is toxic. This should not be your relationship, says the single person. But this should not be your relationship. If it is, dump them and leave. Anyways, Zinnia's like, well, I mean, that's always how Aslan has been. Aslan's never been the most social person. Clearly he must feel something for me if we keep, having kids together, and we're in this lovely house, and we have, these wonderful animals and all this stuff. Clearly he must feel something for me. However, Zinnia works a lot later than Aslan works, and at one point her schedule did not line up with his. Like, they both now work all week, and then they have the weekend off. But it used to be that she would work Tuesday through Saturday and then have Sunday, Monday off. And so, like, while she was at work on Saturdays, the affairs were coming over. And Aslan was sneaking around with the affairs, while Everest is playing chess, or, when the little ones, like, while they were sleeping, or stuff like that. Like, he was sneaking around. So we have 2 lovers. We have Hanover, Hanover Ruby, and then Lee Landry. Again, very physical relationships. We know next to nothing about either of these men. However, Aslan kind of is like, well, I'm just more drawn to men, which is fine. However, he's also leading his girlfriend on, thinking, like, letting her think that, oh, but this is basically marriage without the paper. She has absolutely no idea that he's cheating on her, no idea that he has 5 other children, not a clue. Occasionally the guys will come around the house, but I have the sparring machine back here, and Aslan has to spar with people. Well, he used to, I think, for the last level of his career, he had to spar with people. And so, like, he'd be out in the back, and I'd invite over one of the guys, and they would spar together. And so, as far as Zinnia is concerned, they're just guys that Aslan spars with, because she's constantly pregnant, so it's not like she can do it with him. So with these 2 other men, so with Lee Landry, we have Eric and Ella. These 2 are twins. Then we have Leroy, and we have Macy. So I've been able to go in and change their names, but because you can't click on an infant and go into MC Command Center. So I was able to change their last names back to Hobbs, because, like, they're all taking his last name, which is kind of ridiculous because these, like, our kids didn't take Hobbs. They kept Conroy. But all of his other kids are supposed to have the Hobbs last name. However, Macy has gotten away without it because I can't change it yet. And then here with Hanover, he has River, his daughter, and then Hanover is currently pregnant as well with another one of his children. Due, like, literally any day, because I'm pretty sure Hanover got pregnant like roughly a little less than a day before Zinnia did with her current pregnancy. So they're, like, I'm telling you, they're like half a day within each other of, going into labor. So that's all great. As per usual with my male Sims, they're Night Lioness Sims. This, the fireman that you just saw right here, is Hanover. However, I'm like, I'm not gonna have a fireman literally walking around. So I gave him a different outfit. However, I left I don't even know what you want to call it. Like, to me, it makes me think Yosemite Sam. Like this mustache. I kept it. I'm like, it's ridiculous, but okay. So I ended up changing his name as well. I'm like, Redstone is something in Minecraft, not the name of a person. Lee, I didn't change a thing about Lee. Lee is exactly as he came. And then this is Aslan. And I think Aslan was meant kind of as like a something made in anticipation for the upcoming ranch living. I refuse to call it by its name because it's ridiculous and uninspired. But anyway, actually, this would have come out recently when I'm recording this. I'm trying to get ahead on current households because August is going to be insane for me. Anyways, he's cowboy inspired. Oh, give me just a second. Ooh, my apologies. I love it when my hotkey to resume recording is what opens and closes the gallery. So, anyways, because he's in anticipation for horse living, that came out around this time. Every outfit he has is cowboy boots and has a cowboy hat. And I let him keep it for I literally just duplicated this outfit, I changed his jeans, his boots, and I took off the hat. But he has a second everyday outfit that has his hat and his cowboy boots. So I still let him have it for the most part. But I also am like, I don't need you wearing a cowboy hat 24/7. So I took it off. What? Yes, my puppy woke up. That's why I had to cut out for a second. So I think that's everything. This is like the longest current household generation I've recorded in a really long time. I love how and all of this is totally in my head. I don't know. Anyways, I guess that is it though for this current household. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I do have my gaming channel and my Twitter. Oh. I have you are so feisty. Yeah. She's a dachshund mix, so she's itty bitty. And she's one of the most ferocious little things. So much anger in such a little body. Anyways, my gaming channel and my Twitter are linked in the description below. If you'd like to check either of them out, I would appreciate it. With that being said, though, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.